Alright, the question is, find the exact value of secant alpha if tangent alpha is 1/4 and alpha is between 0 and, this must be pi over 2. Okay? Now, before we start in solving this, let's take a note at this. Okay? Now, it says here that alpha is between 0 and pi over 2. So, what does it mean? So, if we try to look at it in a plane, okay? Now, this is 0. Now, this is pi over 2. Okay? Now, this is pi. And this is 3 over 2 pi. And this is 2 pi. Okay? Now, it says here that alpha is between 0 and pi over 2. So, meaning, our angle is here. Okay? So, that's the first one. Next, we go to tangent alpha equals 1/4. Okay? So, what does it mean? Now, we have tangent alpha is equal to 1/4. Okay? Now, we know in trigonometry that the definition of tangent is equal to opposite side over adjacent side. Okay? Now, if we have this here, so meaning this one is the opposite side, so we have here 1, and we have the adjacent side here, which is 4. Okay? Now, that's the first one. Next, we have the secant alpha. Okay? Now, secant alpha, using trigonometric identity, it is equal to 1 over cosine alpha. Okay? And we know that cosine alpha now is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Now, in this case, so this is our hypotenuse now, okay? So we designate it as h, okay? Now, how are we going to get the hypotenuse? Using the Pythagorean theorem. So we have now h squared is equal to 1 squared plus 4 squared. Okay? So h now is equal to the square root of, now 4 squared is 16, then we have 1 squared is 1, so we have square root of 70. Okay? So therefore, cosine alpha now is equal to, so the adjacent side again is 4, and the hypotenuse is square root of 70. Okay? Now we have this. Now we have the value of cosine alpha, so we can put it or substitute it here. Okay? So again, secant alpha is equal to 1 over cosine alpha. Okay? Plug it here. So we have now secant alpha is equal to 1 over 4 over square root of 17. Okay? If we simplify this further, we will be getting secant alpha is equal to square root of 17 over 4. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, now, before we end the video, again, we are looking for exact value. Okay, now you would ask me why I did not get the inverse tan of 1/4 in order for us to get the alpha. Okay, now the problem with this one is if we try to do this in the calculator, it will give us a decimal value. Okay, although There's nothing wrong in getting a decimal value. The problem is that we have the tendency to round off the value. Let's say to 2 decimal point, 4 decimal point, okay? And it will not give us an exact value now for the secant alpha. Okay? So, that's it.